Domo, welcome everybody. We're back with the vivid stasis. The vivids. Yes, Domo Gator just in time. I don't know which cat you're talking to. I mean, Taffy's right over here if you want to say hi to him. But you should know I'm a fox. How you doing? I hope you're having a good weekend so far. I hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. So yeah, to recap, there's actually a story in this rhythm game. There was like a whole ARG puzzle too, which I wasn't expecting, but I was like, alright, we might even get more of that today. We'll see how far we get. You're tired, but good. Fair enough. At least you can relax on a nice weekend. So yeah, basically, we're trying to find a girl's missing sister, and, you know, it do just be going places. So we'll see how far, like I said, we'll see how far we get. We'll see if we wind up being set on fire again. Because that was the thing, is like, she got stuck in some burning building that had exploded. And then it was like, oh yeah, play this Inferno song, like your life depends on it. Because, you know, if you miss the notes, your health goes down. I was like, what? So yeah, we'll go right into chapter 2. I awoke in a world devoid of anything, except for everything. A world of nothing but infinity. I don't want to do infinity, Nikki. Woven around my limbs were strings, the material of which I could not comprehend, for this world was not my own. From here I see certain things. I see a troubled girl attempt to find her sister. Or is she trying to find herself? Finally, my vision catches up to my senses. The everything that makes up the nothing around me comes into view once more. Through her, she sees the world as I see her. And now I observe her. She stares down the gate that separates her from the trail that would eventually lead her to myself, to herself. I observe intently to see if she chooses to enter beyond. Chapter 2. Turning/point. Did you seriously fall asleep in the ferry terminal? Hey, Saturday! Hi, Taffy. Whoa! Ah! My eyes snapped awake. Yes, I did, indeed, fall asleep in the ferry terminal. As you do. Right, because apparently her sister's on like some island or something, so they had to take a ferry to get over there. Morning again, sleepyhead. Not get much sleep? Oh, and I think these two are lesbians or something. Oh, please, I was in the hospital. Hard to get much sleep there. Ah, fair enough. It's been just over 4 hours since I was finally discharged from the hospital. Photomy and Ari had, ironically, been discharged before me. Seems like their treatment ended up going faster than mine after all. Now Alice and I were waiting for the ferry to the Kagoshima port. The ferry was due to dock in just over, well, departure aboard said 12:25 p.m., so in about 20 minutes. I looked around. The ferry terminal was pretty vast inside for such a small location. This place is so big, isn't it, Allison? We were just here a few days ago, Sat. Yeah, but not to get on a ferry. Come on, isn't it at least a little exciting to be out at the sea? Or like swashbuckling pirates. Alyssa gave me what I can only describe as the most defeated glance I've seen from her without her being actually upset. Well, more like suburban pirates. Nevertheless, we will press on with our crew. Your crew? I don't think you're the captain, Saturday. Right, Ari? 100% agreed. Huh? Alice and I turned to look at Ari, who, by all intents and purposes, should be anywhere but here right now. Hello, Bucky. Welcome just in time. How you doing? Wait, Ari, where'd you come from? What are you even doing here? Take a trip to the mainland, obviously. With you and Allison. Don't you have, like, work? As a detective? At your job? That you get paid to do? Sick leave. Sick leave? I mean, yeah, I was injured in the line of duty. Even though I've recovered, it's a minimum of 2 weeks. I'm not allowed on duty. Why? That rule makes no sense. Think about saving face or whatever. I'm not really allowed to ask questions Saturday. It's the damn police. I wish I had literally any other job. So, legally speaking, you aren't a detective right now? Sort of. It's a bit complicated. But essentially, yes, I'm just a normal civilian. I'm following this lead on my own, own time separate from my job as a detective. Cosplaying like you're Naoto from Persona 4. With that hat you got there.
What, Jeffy? Why you screaming? He screams at me. I know not why.
Well, you're free to come along if you want. The more the merrier, especially on investigations, as they say. I don't think anyone says that Saturday. Nobody says that. I shot both of them a jokingly angry stare. Regardless, just a quarter till we can head the board. None of y'all get seasick, right? I want the janitor crew to get mad at us. Nothing can get in the way of our foray into Kagoshima, right? Us against the world. Come on, be a little excited. Have any of you even been to the mainland? I haven't been back in years. I wonder how much it's changed. Though I guess we aren't going to Tokyo. Also looked at me concernedly. It's not exactly something to be excited about, you know? I'm worried for Suki. I'm not sure if this is safe for us to be doing. What do you mean? Suki disappeared. There's all this mysterious stuff going on. There's not even mentioning the fire. I feel like the universe is out to get us, and I don't want anything bad to happen to you. Yeah, it's like some sort of crazy external force is trying to kill us. Can't you see I'm just trying to lighten the mood a little? Of course I'm scared, Allie. You know that just as much as I do. Relax, Allison. I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to either of you. If anything serious goes down, I'm going in alone, and you two are staying back. I'm the trained one here, even though I was the one that got stuck in the fire in the first place. Allison shot me a look. I moved in closer to her to whisper to her. She totally seems different, right? Absolutely different. Uh-huh.
What do you want, Jeffy? Are you ready for violence? You want chaos and destruction? Yeah, he does.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about behind my back? We're not lovebirds yet. Also, we're in front of you, not behind you. I don't think I've ever seen someone as into semantics as you. Shut up! Whatever, I just made the observation that you're much different when you're not on the clock. That's all. Yeah, surprised. I'm not a hard ass all the time. You know, only when the line of duty requires me to be. Allison stepped away from me, seeming flustered for some reason. I wasn't sure why. Regardless of all that, we do need to follow this clue, and I think having you two on board with this would be useful. You two knew Suki better than I did, and having a mind connected to the subject can be helpful. Allison sighed. This time her defeated look seemed to actively be connected to her exhaustion with this whole situation. Guess I can't blame her. Yeah, alright, just be sure to hold Saturday back if something happens. You know how she can be. You know I can take care of myself. Name one time that I... Geology Museum? Some of the memories of Geology Museum came flooding back to me. It almost felt like I could physically smell the smoke, even though the summer air was clean as could be. I also must have noticed that I had suddenly dropped my happy attitude. I'm sorry, I didn't. It's okay. I know you didn't mean to. I'm not upset, okay? Eric waited a bit, seemingly judging the air to see when it would be appropriate to lighten the mood again. After a few seconds, she pointed outside the window towards the sea. Hey, what are you pointing at? There's our ferry. Oh, here it comes. Look at it soar so gracefully across the... You know, Harry, I appreciate the sentiment, but I need to be brutally honest. You're horrible at lightening up the mood. Sorry. Nah, it's all good. I mean, hey, what happened to the scary detective lady I met earlier? You weren't exactly being all lighthearted and happy when we first started talking. Totally good job, welcome, how you doing? Don't worry, we haven't gotten to the rhythm part yet. We're still in the story part. I don't waste energy on people I don't know. I know you more now. Like I said, kinda exhausting being a hard ass all the time. When I first met you, I knew you as the girl my sister kept getting into trouble with. I'm never gonna forget the aftermath of the ranch incident, Saturday. You know about that? My sister comes home at 1 a.m. looking like that, it's hard to not know. It's like, what, were they tossing around in the hay barrel? Riding some horses? Well, I'm glad I'm more to you now than a force of chaos that makes your life harder. I mean, you still are. I just know you more now. I choose to take that as a compliment. Suddenly a little chime played over the intercom. Mary and I looked up the sound. Passengers boarding the 12:25 p.m. express line from Tanegashima to Kagoshima, please line up at gate 2 with your tickets prepared. We'll begin boarding shortly. That's us! Let's get a move on. Come on, you two. Huh? Oh, coming. Mary and I walked toward the gate marked as number 2. Allison sulked behind a little bit. I could tell she felt really bad for her slip-up, but I couldn't really think of what to say to her. Alright, so I gotta start unlocking stuff. I'm like, let's at least do a song first. Yeah, that seems like a good warm-up. Like, let me play the musics. Ah, shit. I saw it and I missed it. No! Oh well. I did practice a little bit. Like, I went back and redid some songs, including the one I was stuck on. And I'm still messing up. Ah! And then I forgot. We good? Is it ogre? Okay, cool. I at least completed it. Alright. We stepped inside the ferry, which more or less consisted of 2 long hallways. Very long hallways. Ferry, sweet ferry, here we are, crew. Nobody says that. I said it. Eric gave me what I can only describe as a death glare. Whatever, I'm gonna head off to see if I can find the restroom. Let's reconvene a half hour before the ferry boards, okay? Sounds like a plan. I need to stretch my legs anyway. Allison, you wanna walk with me? Huh, oh, no thanks. No, but thanks for the offer. I think I want to sit down and rest for a bit. Suit yourself. Off to adventure! I walked off toward the center of the ferry, taking a glance behind me as I walked. I noticed Allison sit down slowly, seemingly still bothered by what she'd said. Oh, they have so much of these. So many people on important business, or something. I should have brought a suitcase to blend in. Feels weird to be here without one. Do I even have a suitcase? I reached the cafeteria and looked around the table, spotting a familiar girl. Hey, is that Ari? Ari! I ducked across the wooden floor to Ari's slightly shorter figure. Whoa, Saturday, chill a bit. What's up? Not much. I just saw you and wanted to say hi. Mind if I sit? I've been walking a while and my legs are not made for that. Ow. Just like me, for real, for real. Go right ahead. How's it been going? I sat down in the seat across from her. I don't know. Kinda weird. I felt out of place here. Like, this is such an adult sense of circumstances. But I feel, like such a kid. Everyone here's doing job stuff or whatever. And I want to tell myself what I'm doing is important. I guess, but I just feel so young and inexperienced. When do I feel like I know what I'm doing? You wanna know a secret, Saturday? You don't really. I sure haven't. I'm a big shot detective. I laughed. A big shot? You're 20. I looked at me defeatedly. Okay, maybe it was an exaggeration. Whatever, you get the point. I guess so. Everyone just kind of doesn't know how to be an adult? The older you are, the better you are at pretending. But you aren't wrong, you're doing some pretty adult things. This whole investigation is intense. Not everyone would be able to handle it as well as you. I guess. That reminds me though, I wanted to ask about the museum. Do we know what caused the fire? Ari looked startled for a second. I guess she wasn't expecting that I'd bring up the museum incident, given what had happened between Allie and I less than an hour prior. Officially, it's an open and shut case. Something about a gas valve. In a museum? Yeah, they have a kitchen or something apparently, but they never use it. If they never use it, how would there be a gas leak? So since the fire doesn't have an obvious origin, no one really knows how. What does that mean? We don't know its origin, that's the point. I mean, like, where it started, its point of origin, you usually tell by the way stuff's burned that where the fire started by using arc mapping. What's that? Oh god, I have to explain this. Okay, essentially, you look at where different wires got messed up from the heat, and from there you could assume where the fire started. But it's weird here because the entire system arced? God, I can't read. At around the same time. So they think it's gas because it would have spread around the entire building? Yeah, but a lot would need to go wrong for the entire system to fault at once. Combination of really high gas density and a super messed up electrical system, pretty much. That's really weird. Kind of feel like it just happened with no prior inciting incident or whatever. Yeah, we're stumped. A gas leak is just what we're saying because it's the most likely cause, however likely it is. I guess we won't know for now. We sat in silence for a little bit longer. I'd ask Gary about my conversation with Allison. Hey, so, about Allison, Ari cut me off with a chuckle. Trying to figure out what the best way to talk to her about the thing she said earlier is, right? Am I really that easy to read? I mean this endearingly, Saturday, but you're really that easy to read. I'm right, aren't I? I sighed. Yeah, pretty much. Want to make sure she knows I don't, like, hate her guts for it or anything. Also, it really did catch me off guard and kind of stung in the moment. Ari thought for a second, but responded pretty quickly. Yeah, that's always a tricky one. I guess the important thing is just making sure she knows that it doesn't affect your friendship long term. She's still your best friend. Well, you know, she probably wants a bit more than that. But that's not for me to intervene in. I gave her an inquisitive look. Huh? What do you mean? Man, you're dense. Figures. Hey, uncalled for, even if you're right. But yeah, just be honest with her and be caring with her. I guess that's my advice. I'll try that. Thanks. Ari stood up. Yeah, no problem. Let me get something to eat if that's okay. I was just sitting down while the line was long. You want anything? Nah, I just wanted to stop by because I saw you. I should probably go check in with Allie anyways. Are you gonna be okay by yourself? Of course I am. I'll be fine. Ari walked off and I stood up as well. Now, where would I find Allison? I walked towards the loading dock of the ferry, curious if I'd find Allison where I last saw her. Sure enough, there she was in the same spot, looking honestly kind of nauseous. Did she lie about not getting seasick? Get this girl some water! Not seawater though, like water she could drink. Hey, you don't look too good. What's going on? I sat down in the seat next to her. She looked over at me. Oh, it's, sorry. I just get seasick really easily. I gave her a doubtful look. Well, you know you can't lie to me. Your family used to love going out for boat rides, and you had the time of your life each time. What's really going on? Yeah. I guess you know me too well. It's nothing super big, I'm just worrying about. You're still worried about what you said to me earlier on Complete Accident, right? Yes I am, I guess. It's okay, I promise. I know you didn't mean to, like, upset me. But you still got hurt by something I said. I understand how you could just forgive that. Guess it's not so much just forgiving it as is that I understand you didn't mean any harm with it. Startled me, but I'm not, like, hurting deep down because of it. Yeah, sometimes you just say mean things in the heat of the moment. You apologize. You kiss and make up like good lesbian girlfriends. You know. Have a healthy relationship. Are you sure? Yeah, I guess it's like, it feels weird, you know? I feel like I should have been more upset by given how horrifying the whole museum thing was. Right now, my will to find my sister is kind of overpowering it in a way. Guess it almost feels like I don't have time to be letting myself get knocked off balance when Suki is still out there somewhere unknown. Ah, I see, Suddenly a loud voice interrupts us. The cafeteria will be closing up shortly. If you would like to place an order, please do so within the next 5 minutes. I stood up quickly. Shit, I did want to get something. I'm really sorry, Allison, but can we continue the discussion later? Yeah, that's fine, I think. Okay, cool, thanks, you're a real one. See you shortly. I ran off towards the cafeteria. Hope I can get what I want before they close. Okay, so let's unlock all this shit. We'll start by playing this song. Get them funky tunes ready. I am just more concerned about completing the songs unless I flub up really bad. Because if I worry about, like, getting full combos, we'll be here forever. Plus, usually the first time you play a song, you don't know what it's gonna throw at you. Because songs tend to have, like, their little gimmicks. And it's usually by getting used to the game and the song in particular, you get better at it and then you get a better score. There are other songs as well. Oh, I totally hit that. There are other songs as well, and like there's like a store, but they're considered in their own separate category. So I was like, all right, if they're gonna be in their own little separate category, then I'm not even gonna worry about that. I'll just focus what's in the main story itself. Oh, this one's level 7. Oh boy. At least I won't have to worry about a health bar. Yeah, especially when it's a level 7 song like this. It's like, I don't know what it's gonna throw at me. Oh god. I stop letting go too early. Okay, I survived. Yay. I got double A anyway. Woo, let's go. Luckily I managed to make it to the cafeteria in time. There's a bit of a line already, but I managed to beat most of them there. I should decide what exactly I'm going for here. I perused the menu they had on display and ended up with the chicken wrap meal deal and a burning hot Mountain View. Oh. Do you view the view like you do the do? I bet it's loaded with plenty of red 40. I've never had a burning hot soda before. This will either be incredible or the worst thing of all time. Maybe both. Depends on how much corn syrup's in it. After paying for my food, I started walking back toward where Allison was sitting down. Despite the relatively low amount of amenities, the ferry we were on boasted a reasonably large width, so walking back across it took longer than one might expect. Walking back, I passed through the desk area, where people would set up their laptops and work while the ferry sailed. When I was passing by one of them, however, I noticed something that caused me to stop. Wait, is that Chio? Ooh, new cute girl. I like her hair. Sitting in one of the cubicles was a woman, looking at her laptop. It was Chio Sakamura, an old friend of the Tasogari family from years back. I haven't seen her in years. What is she up to? And then I saw what was on her laptop and stopped in my tracks. It was the Shine Report video. What was she doing with it? How'd she know about it? Like, probably secretly the villain. What do you think? I glanced around. Obviously, it would be somewhat suspicious if I just started obviously spying on her. So I tried to keep my glance at her laptop from one of the seats adjacent to it. I watched Gio for a little while. She appeared to be intently watching the video and trying to scribble something on a notepad of some kind. What is she writing? Is she trying to crack the code like we did? Only after I'd opened my mouth did I realize my mistake. Shit. Oh my god, I said that out loud. She was startled, looked over at me. I expected her to calm down when she saw me, but if anything, her eyes went even wider. Saturday? Okay, Saturday, play it off. Lean into the, curiosity angle. You can pull this back. Tried to walk over but tripped on the seat, and fell on the cushion sink. Up! She's a klutz. Ow, shit! At least she didn't fall into her boobs. Well, she doesn't have any, but you know what I mean. The woman looked at me with a worried look. Hi, Gio. Long time no see. What's the video you're watching? Looks, pretty weird. Saturday, are you okay? It sounded like it hurt. Oh, trust me, this happens all the time. I'm fine. Anyway, Gio interrupted me. You trip over stairs and fall face first to the ground all the time? Is that not normal? And speaking of, like, not normal, where did you find that video? I was walking by and saw it and I got curious, sorry. Oh, this? It got sent to me by some anonymous number a few minutes ago. Thought it might be spam. I said Chio the Shrine Report video just now? But why? Anyway, Saturday, it's been so long, how have you been? Been okay. How about you? Freelance journalism angle's still going strong? I'm definitely still doing it, but it's not profitable enough that I don't also have to have another job on the side. What has you going off to the mainland, though? Oh, figured it was best to be honest with her. She was an old family friend after all, so I trusted her. I explained that Suki had gone missing and I was trying to find her. Oh god, Suki's missing? I'm really sorry to hear. Yeah, to make a really long story short, it's like that the video you just got sent has some relation to it. It was a clue that we followed and it led us here. Yeah, I'll admit that is really odd. Man, that's awful. Suki was always such a nice person. What is she thinking? Leaving her sister all alone. I wish I could tell you. Truth be told, once I find her, I've got some choice words with her. Yeah, words like stinky, smelly, no good. Suddenly, a loud jingle interrupted us. This ferry is about to dock in Kagoshima. All vehicle passengers, please return to your vehicles, and all foot passengers, please line up at the exit gates. Thank you for riding with us today. Are you kidding? Already? Chio, however, didn't seem bothered at all by the discussion being cut short. Okay, I've got to run to my car, but I have an idea for you Saturday. What's that? Can I take you and whoever you're traveling with out to dinner tomorrow evening? I want to catch up with you, since it's been like 5 years. And you can give me the full story about what's led up to this point. But yeah, give her the Expedition Dump Special. Yeah, sure. I'll be fine. Do you travel around Kagoshima much? I thought you lived in Tokyo. She nodded. Yeah, I know my way around. Did I never tell you? Some of my extended family owns a cabin. Jesus Christ, why did I trip on that word? Some of my extended family owns a cabin in this general area of Japan. So I like to come down here sometimes both to visit Tanegashima and to get away from the bustle of the capital. I do really gotta get going though. I'll see you tomorrow night, okay? Here's my number so we can keep in touch. Chio showed me her phone and I wrote down the displayed phone number. Righty-ho, I'll see you then. Hiro ran off toward the vehicle desk elevators. Since the exit gate was on the other side of the ferry, I started walking back towards it to catch up with Allison and Eri. It's been a while since I thought about Chio. Didn't Ellie and I meet her through Dad's job at the, where do you work again? Sorry, I felt a headache come on. Better not to think about it, I guess. I'm gonna catch up tomorrow, I could ask her then. It's like, it's your dad's job, though. Did you forget because of trauma? Oh. I ran off toward the exit gates. By the time I reached the exit gate line, Allison and Eri were already there waiting for me. I waved to them as I ran up. Hey, hope you saved me a spot in the line, too. Elsa looked over at me. She looked a lot better than before, thank goodness. I don't think it's that form of a line. People are just kind of grouped here waiting to disboard. Disboard? Is that a word? Pretty sure that's that chat room service. No, you're thinking of Skype. Oh right, well, I mean getting out of the ferry and onto the mainland. Eric glanced around the exit gate, reminiscing. The mainland, huh? I haven't been back here in years. Me neither. This is gonna be super exciting. Even if we're not here on the best of matters, so let's try and enjoy ourselves anyway, okay? I don't see why not. Seems depressing letting ourselves get depressed the whole time. True. By the way, Saturday, I noticed you talking to somebody while I was walking around. Who was that? Oh, I'll tell you about that on the way. It's nothing bad, promise. You getting jealous, Allison? No! I'm not! Allison started to sweat profusely. I guess it is kinda hot out today. Is she jealous we talked to another girl? Huh? Let me see, this one's level 3, might as well do this one. And then I'll see what the other one is. Yeah, I think the main story has like 40 songs, and then you can buy like a bunch more in the store. I think that's what it looked like. I can look at the library later, but it was like, because I bought a song in the store, because they have like point sales or whatever. But then I couldn't find it, and it turns out, oh, they're all split into categories based off whether they're story or in the shop. Either way, that does seem like this game, a free game, mind you, does have a good selection of songs. Ah, shit. I was able to save that, though. It's like sometimes if you accidentally let go back on, it can still count as a good. I remember somebody mentioned that the other day. And then I miss afterwards. No, what have I done? My save went to waste. Oh well. Of course it happens like right at the end. I still got an S rank, so that's something. Let me in. I think I go too fast when it makes you go back and forth like that. I accidentally go fast, and I think that's what causes me to mess. My brain needs to stop going into panic mode when it sees I gotta go back and forth. It's like, no, you gotta follow the rhythm. Stop that. Stop being in panic mode. Okay. S plus. That'll work. I'll take it. By the time we got off the ferry, it was already late into the evening. Alright, team, let's make our way to the hotel. So I booked the hotel. Do you even know where it is? I mean, I definitely know I kind of forgot, you know. Well, let's inside. You need to head 2 blocks this way to get to a train. Should be right off the exit once we do. We're the 3rd stop out. Eric glanced at Allison skeptically. How did you even afford a hotel? I'd have pitched in if I knew you were doing it so early. I have a bit of saved money. It's an important cause, and I know Saturday would have gone out without even thinking of a hotel until it was time to turn in. Fair point. Hey, I would have at least remembered by, like, 7:30. My point exactly. By the way, who was it that you were talking to on the ferry? You never told us who they were. Oh, it completely slipped my mind. Her name was Chio. She's an old family friend. We talked a bit, and she said she'd talk to me more at dinner. Oh, she invited us to dinner tomorrow night before we go out to the shrine. Sorry to mention it sooner. Why didn't you tell me it was Chio, Sat? You know I know her. Oh yeah, I guess you would. Sorry, it's been so long since I saw her that it completely slipped my mind. That's alright, I understand. Just be more mindful, you know? Keep us in the loop. Yeah, sorry. I really should be a bit more careful, especially with the geology museum incident. I don't want her to worry too much. At least she's okay. I'll just be more careful. Well, no use standing around here. Let's make haste for the hotel before we miss check-in. Right. We walked through the small port town of Minamiyosumi. Our hotel was very close to the terminal, so we spent a bit of extra time checking out the things around the town. And those fucking sirens are back! Make them stop. Didn't take long to find the hotel Allison had booked. Oh, this is my room for the night? This is huge! It's really not that big. I jokingly glared at her angrily. Where's your sense of whimsy? Methinks you need to be a bit more whimsical, Allison. Allison looked at me defeatedly. Methinks? It's a word! Harry laughed. I'm glad you're finding a room comfortable, Saturday. Let's rest up. We have a big day tomorrow. Though I'm sure you two'd rather have dinner in a different setting. What do you mean? Shut up. I'm going to my room. I'm tired, okay? Bye. This is your room. Good night! It's 4:30. Allison flopped her bed and lie face down. What's with her? Don't worry about it. She's probably tired from the ferry. I'm gonna get some fresh air. What are you gonna do? Same thing, probably. I'm not even remotely tired. Not like sleeping at 4:30 p.m. would be a good idea anyway. Wanna join me? I'm probably going to just walk down by the beach for a bit. I mean, sleeping at 4:30 is just a nap. You take like a one at a time for like 15-20 minutes. You'll be fine. Sure, why not? I've got nothing better to do. Put my bags down on my bed, and Ari and I walked out of the hotel room. I glanced back at Allison, who seemed to have actually fallen asleep. Oh, Double Bitch, welcome, how you doing? Playing a rhythm game that actually has like a story and plot with like a missing sister. And we found a location of through some ARG mystery stuff, and we're at the island now, and we're in a hotel, and lesbians. Well, what's with that anyway? The beach we walked by was a small inlet that housed many different boats. Ari and I sat on the concrete edge of the road that dropped off directly into the sand. Wait, what was that last part? Mystery? Hey, Saturday, can I ask you something? Huh? Oh yeah, go ahead. What is Allison to you? Oh wait, this part, yeah. I think they're just gonna straight up ask. I looked over at her curiously. What do you mean? Like, what do you see her as? Well, she's my best friend. I've known her since I was a toddler. Oh, they're childhood friends. Oh boy, that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite cliches, is the childhood friends become lovers. We always got along really well, despite the fact that she was always the cautious one and I was always the rambunctious one. I see. Well, why do you ask? Oh, no reason really, I'm just curious. Rare to see people get along as well as you two do. Oh, yeah, I guess it is. My connection with Allison feels much stronger than my connection with anyone else, and I don't know why. How'd you two become friends? I mean, I know you said you've known her your whole life, but I'm curious. Oh man, I don't even remember when I first met her. I was definitely like 2 or 3. I think the big thing that connected us was that she was the first person to be really supportive about my transition. Transition? Your transition? Yeah, I didn't always look like this, or have this name, or be a girl. Oh, you mean it like that? I see, sorry, I didn't know. Trans lesbians, alright. We've got one step further. Yay, that's a good thing. It means it's going well, but yeah, it's not the other people I first told were unsupportive per se, but more so like, I didn't really get it. I just kind of waited to get used to it, I think. Like, nowadays my family refers to me as I am now without any problems. But it took a few years to get to that point. Didn't help that my dad was always busy with work, so he picked it up slower than anyone else. One of the things I remember really clearly was a day, I think of like 2016. Allison came running into my room and scared the shit out of me because I didn't even know she was at my place. But she seemed totally upset, so I asked her what happened, and she told me she accidentally used my old name today instead of Saturday. Oh! She named herself Saturday. I could make a joke, but I won't. It was the first time she'd made that mistake in years, and she felt insanely bad about it. It was the sweetest thing I'd ever seen. Oh, that's the sign of someone who really cares about, you know? You know? Yeah, I know that no matter what happens, Allison will stick with me. And then I took that for granted and acted out when I was upset about my missing sister. Great going, me. We both fell silent after that, watching the waves as the sun moved closer to the mountains overhead. We should get back to our hotel room now. Be careful not to wake up Allison, okay? Yeah, of course, thanks for the chat. We stopped and began walking back to the hotel room where Allison was sleeping. Like, alright, so we've got... It's like, we went from one mystery solved to another. But yeah, since there's no songs in the middle, I'll play that one I bought from the shop. Where did I put it? You can see, there's a lot you could unlock. Where even is it? Where are you? Why am I in collaborations? Like, oh, I hope the collab... Yeah, this is the one I randomly bought in the shop. Funny enough, it's called Random. Alright, so far so good. Got it. Okay. Yeah, Double Forever Flame, welcome. Yeah, I know you've been wanting me to play this game since forever, and I finally am. Y'all hydrate. Welcome, how you doing? It's like right when I got a full combo too. Yeah, I nailed it. Yeah, so as you can see, yeah, been breaking your hands playing Project God Hand is fun. Nice. Yeah, it's like we're up to the part where in chapter 2 where it's like they came on the ferry to the island. Domo, you're welcome. How you doing? Yeah, I hope you're having a good day too. I hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. Learned a new mashing technique. Oh boy. But yeah, we got up to the part where Saturday revealed she's trans, and it's like, oh, that's why your name's Saturday, because you named yourself that. Then again, we got Wednesday, so it's like, just get a group of trans people to have every day of the week, and you're good. It's like, I'm rooting for Allison to hook up with Saturday. On the other hand, she's gonna have to say it right up to her face, because she is dense as a pile of bricks. Good lord. Anyway, oh, they're gonna have a late night chat. Okay, maybe we'll get progress here. Maybe. I don't know. We're only on chapter 2. Might still be with the will they won't they phase. As a trans girl yourself, unfortunately I'm not named after a day and thus cannot join the alliance. Yeah! It's like, I was gonna make a joke about how, when people usually name themselves because they're trans or whatever, they usually go with a name that's unconventional, but I was like, I don't know if that's offensive to people to point that out. I mean, it's your choice. Damn, I hate this thing my body does, where it wakes up and refuses to sleep again until it gets what it wants. I really should just use the bathroom, but I don't want to wake Allison up. I rolled over in the small bed a couple more times in a pointless effort to just let myself sleep again, but unsurprisingly it was to no avail. You made your name the fuck up the same way you make up D&D characters, starting or ending with an A. Ah. There you go. You could have a D&D character just named Ah. 2 A's. Or 3 A's if you want to be fancy. You could even have, like, one of the A's be like a squiggle, so it could be like, ah! You once named a D&D character, Lyra? Oh my god. That's amazing. That's so many A's. Fine, I guess I'll have to be insanely quiet. I slowly got out of the single-person bed and began to tiptoe slowly across the hotel room. That, however, also seemed to be to no avail, as I stepped on a crack in the floor that caused it to creak extremely loudly. Shit, goddammit! In a panic, I looked over at the bed that sat beside mine. To my surprise, however, it was also empty. Is she not in bed? Where'd Allie go? I looked around a bit and noticed that the door to the balcony was slightly ajar. Guess she's getting some fresh air? Curiously, I walked over and opened the door to the balcony. Sure enough, there she was, sitting on one of the 2 chairs facing the fence that was separated that separated the wooden platform from the pavement below. God, I can't read. Allie, is that you? Ooh, CG. Alyssa jumped a little bit. Fair enough, I guess, as I assumed she wasn't expecting me to be up. She turned around. Haha, it's just you. Saturday gave you a bit of a spook there. Yeah, sorry, but what are you doing awake? It's nearly 3 in the morning. Allison fidgeted a bit before answering. Oh, me? Not much. Just getting some fresh air, and yeah. It really take a genius to figure out what she was doing up. Ah, you're having trouble sleeping, aren't you? Yeah. Been trying all night to little success. You too, then? Well, kinda, mostly because I had to get up to pee. You know how it is? I have to take that 4 a.m. piss. Allison chuckled as if the answer she was expecting was anything but that. Yeah, I get that. What if I sit out here too? There are 2 chairs after all. Yeah, it's absolutely okay. Go ahead. I sat down and both of us looked out at the sports complex across the road. We sat in silence for a while. I looked up into the night sky. As I go pee, girl. Without clouds, it was very easy to spot the countless stars and the shapes they made up. Do you think this is the right thing to be doing? Elsa looked up at me questioningly. What do you mean? I mean, pushing outward to try and solve this problem myself. Drive to the mainland to look for my sister. I keep telling myself that I'm not doing this for the sake of having something to do, or an adventure to go on. But I think deep down I'm scared that this is the case. That I'm dragging you and Ariel along with me on a wild goose chase out of need to feel like I'm doing something important. Really? What makes you think that? Well, for one, I feel like the Geology Museum incident should be weighing down on my mind, you know? Not only did I nearly die, and play a very difficult level while burning to death in the process, but one of my best friends and her sister almost nearly died. I feel that I should be a bit more messed up from that than I am. Don't worry, girl, we all process trauma differently. But it all feels unreal, I guess. And I don't mean unreal in like this is so insane way, but more like it literally doesn't feel like it happened even though it did. I also let out a lighthearted laugh. I think I was more worried by the whole thing than even you were. I don't doubt it. I'm sorry, by the way. Oh, what are you apologizing for? The way I was acting, I guess. I said some pretty awful things to you before I rushed into the burning museum. But it's not only that, the whole day I was acting out of line, ignoring you when you just wanted to help. I won't lie, when you said that stuff to me before rushing in, it did do a bit of a number on me. It hurts to think about the idea that I'm just holding you back. I've struggled a lot with that my whole life in all of my relationships, family, friends, or whatever the case is. The last thing I want to be to someone is a burden. I understand that feel, girl. But I don't hold it against you. I understand why you acted that way. The whole day was a blur of dealing with the idea of Suki having gone missing. Yeah, but I guess that's the thing. I'm scared in a sense that I wasn't acting that way out of my worry for Suki, but instead just trying to play some kind of protagonist. Whatever the case is, it's not an excuse to be awful to my best friend, though. That much is for certain. Yeah, I get that. It does mean a lot that you apologize as much as I don't hold it against you. It still did hurt. Yeah, sorry. We sat in silence again for a little while. The street lights 3 stories down flickered on and off every once in a while, like the boogers flickering on my nose. There we go. Heckin' allergies. At some point, I started counting the flickers to pass the time. 5 flickers in, however, Allison spoke up again. For what it's worth, I don't think you're dragging me along. Huh? I'm not here out of a need to help you as much as I'm here out of my own want to help you. I don't really feel like you forced me into this, I guess. It's more like I'm here because I want to support you through whatever happens next. You're too kind to me. Ah, Double Doom guy. No, I showered. You're the stinky one. How you doing? Yeah, not a gross analogy at all. I don't know if I do. I'm telling you that you do. Not if you're wrong. I'm not. Why are you so confident? Because I've known you for as long as I have. I know who you are, Sat. Not just because of the way you act, or why you act that way, but the person you are deep inside. I know who Saturday Tasogare is. Sometimes I wonder if I even know who Saturday Tasogare is. Yeah, it's quite the name. It's quite the name you've chosen for yourself, girl. Yeah, Allison, homophobic dog picture. Yeah, oh, you. If you forget, I'll be right there to remind you. Because whether you're doing this out of your worry for your sister or your need to be important, if you ever lose your way, I'll be there to pick you back up again. And no, it is an absolute coincidence that I started playing this game on Saturdays with the main character being named Saturday. It just happened to line up that way. Alice and I. Another long silence. 4 more lights flicker. Countless stars above. You can't eat me into the shower, and why am I a goofball? You're the goofball for trying to eat me in the shower. Stop that. Thank you. Allison laughed. Ah, it took you that long to think to say that? Maybe you are some kind of protagonist. I bet you were counting the streetlight flickers and monologuing to yourself. Damn, she's psychic. I gave her a joking glare. Hey, shut up, I'm just teasing. Look. I looked over. Allison was smiling. The first genuine smile I'd seen from her since before Suki had gone missing. She stuck her hand out to me. Let's promise. If ever you start to falter or veer off the path you want to stay true to, tell me and we'll steer back the course together, okay? Ellie, are you sure? It could be dangerous, and I still don't know for sure why I'm doing this. I don't want you to get hurt. And I don't want you getting hurt unless I'm there to share your pain, okay? Let me be a burden. It was the most sure I had ever seen her. Even more than that night in the hospital. I felt something from Ellison that I had never felt before. Feelings of hers I didn't know existed, and feelings inside myself that I didn't know existed. I smiled and shook her hand. Oh my god, the relationship has evolved and I'm holding hands. Oh my god, this is great. They'll literally do anything but say the L word. Not lesbians, the other L word. They'll gladly say lesbians. You're like, I'm a lesbian with you. That's settled. I think Saturday. I feel better now. I'm gonna try and get some sleep. You should too. We have a big day tomorrow. Yeah, night-night, Allie. Allison stood up and proceeded to stand still in the balcony doorway for a few seconds. I looked up at her. Yeah, lesbians detected. Exactly. It's like, right now, the newest lesbian obsession is Super Creek from Mumu Musume, because she is a 30-year-old MILF in an 18-year-old body, and she go ara. And I like that. It's like, I want to play the Goo Goo Babies. What is it? Cat got your... Oh. With speed I didn't know she was capable of, Allison moved her face down to mine and gave me a kiss on the cheek. Oh my god. And then she ran into the room and practically jumped into the bed. Ooh. I sat there for a few moments, frozen, unsure of what just happened. Hey, wait, Allison. But I didn't get a response. Is she asleep already? Yeah, it's like, yup, it happened. Got a little smooch. And save some action for the rest of us. Well, they're childhood friends, so I think they're locked in. I sighed. It looked like it would be a little while longer before I got any answers on what I was all about. I stood from the chair and walked back to my own bed. Yeah, it's still oblivious. I lied down. Minutes passed. I stared at the ceiling. Hours passed. God damn it, now I really can't sleep. Saturday is literally gonna be that meme where she's like, I love you. And then also be like, Saturday, we've been married for 3 years. Alright, let's see. There's like a branch. There's like a... Yeah, it's a bunch of different songs. Alright. Have at it! That's why it's like, I'm rooting for him. On the other hand, girl... Jeez. I knew it was gonna crack somewhere. I mean, this is like a level 6 song, so... Ah. I swear I hit that. Oh boy, I love when it makes me hold a note and then hit the bars at the same time. I love it so much. By love, I mean absolutely despise. It's okay though, I'll live. It just means I chose correctly. Is this as hard as it looks? Well, the thing about those LR bars is that you can hit either note that it's covering. Yeah, I'm only playing the openings. I'm not even playing the moderate ones yet, right now. Last time I played some middle songs. This time I'm just, like, focusing on proceeding with the story. Yeah, because it's like there's opening, middle, and finale, which is easy, normal, hard. So I'm just going through the motions. But yeah, with the L and R, you can hit either note. You don't have to hit simultaneously. That seems to be this game's unique gimmick, is those bars. Ah, shit. It's like, got that messed up. And then there's Encore. Oh, God. Where were you when Encore was killed? Much better. Ah, shit. And then I mess up right there. Oh, well. I am playing with one debuff in that I have a mic, like, right under my... Like, my hands are directly underneath my mic. With how it's positioned. Your favorite haunts in the gacha games. Like, thanks, I didn't even know I was in one. Yeah, it's like I have a it's a USB, it's XLR to USB converting cable with it plugged in through the USB. So when I'm positioning my hands on the keyboard, my right hand is brushing against it, so I get like paranoid that it's like gonna glitch out the mic or something.
What do you want, Daffy? What are you doing? Being a gremlin, he's craving chaos and destruction.
Oh, there he goes. Are you happy now? He craves his worms.
Yeah, I am a gremlin, so what? Got a problem with that?
I messed that up. Oh well.
Kathy, I can't play with you right now. I gotta do the rhythms. For the lesbians.
And the missing sister too. Yeah, I'm playing on mouse and keyboard, not controller. When it comes, most rhythm games are usually better on mouse and keyboard. You could ever play it on a controller? Yeah, no, I don't think you can. Maybe there's a setting for it. I don't know. But I don't think it would be a good idea, all things considered. Due to the bar mechanic, I feel like it wouldn't translate very well on controller. I know I should add things to my throne. Well, there's already things on there. I see your little pyramid of squibs. And the buttons have to be repeatedly pressed too fast. Yeah, no, that is the thing about a keyboard, is that keyboards can handle the rapid pressing. Well, controllers, it depends on the controller, really. Oh, Domo Sawayoshi, welcome. How you doing? Welcome back. How you doing? Yeah, with keyboard, it's easy to mash, exactly. But yeah, I do have a throne. I just haven't put things on it in a while, because it's hard to find things to put on there. But if you're curious... Sometimes things go out of stock, and I'm just like, eh. Ooh, this one's level 8. Ooh. It's like, I'm in danger. Thing is, I try to add game keys on there when I can, but it's hard. It's like sometimes the keys sell out, or they're not available, or sometimes they wind up being invalid, and then I have to get like a refund and then just buy it myself. So it's like, eh. Oh god, I accidentally let go. No! Oh god, this is pain. Ah! I keep letting go and I'm not supposed to. Oh god, so much is happening at once. It's like, yeah, have a whole column that you have to hold notes on it, and then have a whole other column where you have to mash the notes. Help! Oh god, I keep messing that up! Okay, I live. Yeah, I need D more like, instead of, Exactly. Alright, I still got an A rank, so... Not bad? Question mark! It was a level 8 song. Yeah, they shoved all the songs over here. Oh boy, another level 8 song. Joy! Oh, and it even has a encore level that's 16 plus. Oh. Yeah, need more uwu. Why does this sound a lot like Undertale? Somehow. Probably the same type of synth. Yeah, I've seen the Asgore drunk driving. Like, I don't know where that meme came from, but I've seen it around. Yeah, I would not want to do an Encore 16 of this. Oh, whoa. You think it's somehow your top-rated song. That's impressive. Road Explorers with Freedom motif. Yeah. I forget how it even goes. It's like something like I see a deer. Da 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 da. I know the song itself. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Alright, 14. Next day, Allison and Ari and I toured around the port town of Mina Miyasumi for a little while before designated time to meet up with Chio for dinner. Yeah, maybe next karaoke. I'll think about it. Ari was a week before us and left early. She spent most of her day touring a nearby island that seemed to be famous for its large population of cats.
Yeah, let's go there. Pet the cat.
I would have taken her for a cat person. You never do really know. Well, I know. I know now anyway, because of the unbelievable amount of messages I kept getting from her. Yeah, very long.
Yeah, let's go to the cat island.
About the cats. No images. Because her reception wasn't good enough for that. So I had to just imagine the cats in my mind. Also, I woke up around the same time, which was late into the morning, close to noon. Which makes sense, given that both of us got minimal sleep last night. We didn't really say much to each other as we left the hotel. Neither of us really knew what to say. And most of the day thinking about the irony of that, our whole conversation had been about getting closer to each other. Yet we spent the entire day avoiding each other. Not that I can really blame either of us.
Well, you know what they say. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Among other things.
Regardless, the time eventually came for us to meet up with Chio. Around an hour later, I'd received a request from her to go to a ramen place close to the hotel we were staying at. Stop with the sirens! I forwarded that to the group chat I had with Ari and Allison, and now I stood in front of the restaurant. Evidently the first one to arrive, despite the fact that it was already 5 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet up. You were making tea, what'd you miss? We're gonna go meet with Chio, who we met on the ferry and might know something about our missing sister. Late asses, and I'm the disorganized one. At least you're self-aware. Suddenly I spotted a familiar silhouette in the distance, rearing up to me at full speed, which I didn't even know she was capable of. Yeah, it's like, did you miss Allison kissing Saturday on the cheek, and they've been avoiding each other ever since? Oh. Shit, dude, what's your problem? Give me a damn jump scare, jeez. Yeah, sorry I'm late. The ferry back from the island got delayed by 10 minutes, and there was nothing I could do about it. Well, that's the watching the VOD. That's all good. I take it from your messages you had a good time. I glanced at my phone, which was opened on a message screen and contained a non-stop barrage of key smashes and woos. Which was, again, not something I ever expected to see from Mary in a million years. Yeah, :3. Ari launched into a tirade about every cat she saw on the island, and I leaned against the side wall of the restaurant building. About 3 minutes later, both Allison and Chio arrived at the same time. I ran to her while on my way over here. She also seemed to be running a bit behind schedule, so we just ran here together. Stop with the sirens! Am I the only one who was here on time? At least Ari has an excuse. I have an excuse. Are you gonna, like, say what it is, or... No! Okay, whatever. We're all here now, and I'm so hungry I could eat a house. So let's just go inside. Eat a house? I don't know, maybe she's vegan. The restaurant was surprisingly small on the inside, resulting in it taking us a while to find a seat. We eventually sat down on a booth facing the door we came in through. Allison took her seat first, and I went to sit beside her. For some reason, she fidgeted upon... Stop yawning. Stop yawning! Houses are tasty. Yeah, they got full of fiber. Fidgeted upon realizing this. Waitress came over to take our order, and we ordered our food. Yeah, it's like, lick your walls. Break your walls open. There's cotton candy inside your walls. The government doesn't want you to know about the free cotton candy in your walls. Thank you very much. It'll be ready in about 10-15 minutes. Waitress walked away and we sat and waited for a little while. Gio started talking to break the silence. So, Saturday, tell me what's been going on. It feels like it's been years since I saw you. That's because it's been years, Gio. Last time you saw me, I was in middle school. Oh no, it's been sooner than that, surely. I thought I was there at your graduation party. Hey, don't break your walls, I live in there. True. Well, you could use a couple windows, right? You have a historically horrendous memory, but it's really not been much since finishing high school. I've just kind of been unemployed, sitting at home on Tanegashima with Suki. 2 years? You've been unemployed for 2 years? Alright, so that means they're like 20. They're all legal. Hey man, lay off. Work is hard. Motivation's hard. I like doing my own thing. And, you know, you apply for a job, you go to the interview, and they say they'll call you back, but they don't. Or I sent you an email saying that you didn't qualify, even though you felt like you nailed the interview. Yeah, we got the Saturday NEAT arc. I feel bad for Suki having to work to keep both of you afloat. You better make it up to her when you find her. You're starting to do that? Please don't make me panic. Don't worry, you got this, Doom Guy. I believe in you. Ganbatte. Really never thought of it like that. Yeah, I will. The topic of discussion had obviously been shifted to something more serious. Shio leaned inward to speak in a hushed tone. Can you explain to me everything you know? We didn't have time on the ferry. I might be able to help you look for her. Your family means a lot to me, you know. Right, yeah, I could recap a bit. And so I did. I spent the time until our food arrived telling Chio everything that had happened up until that point. From the busy day on Tanegashima to arriving on the mainland. I did, of course, omit the interaction Allison and I had last night. She didn't need to know about that. She did not need to know about our lesbian love affair that Saturday is still very dense about. I see. I'm very sorry to hear about all that, but I'm very glad you got out of the museum in one piece. Hi, Taffy. What are you doing? Hello? Yeah, I am too. Elsa was freaking out, though. Oh, he wants more. He wants you to play more. Like, Mother, I do not care you are playing the rhythm game. I want chaos and destruction. I want to chase my blue worm until I am pooped. And then you'll probably poop in the litter box. Rightfully so, I'd like to think. It's true, I appreciate it nonetheless. Elsa looked away from me shyly. Just then the waitress walked back to her booth with 4 bowls and set them on the table. Yeah, go scratch your scratching post, Taffy. Here you go. 2 tonkatsu broths with ramen eggs, 1 miso ramen, a bowl of plain rice. Ooh. Tonkatsu. I like me some chicken katsu. Do you seriously get a bowl of plain rice, Ari, and nothing else? Looked over there, he was already going to town on our bowl of plain rice. Jeff! Took a glance at Allison's dish and then mine. She looked at me inquisitively. Are you guys like... No, we're not. Huh? Alright, what? Yeah, Allison, don't spit your food all over... Don't spit your food all over your food. That's unsanitary, even for me. I took a napkin and started wiping up the area around Allison's bowl. She looked away abashedly, blushing harder than I'd seen from her in a very long time. I see. Sorry. Thought I'd ask. Oh, I don't follow, but okay. Of course you don't. Time passed as we ate our food, exchanging small talk about the various things we'd been up to in our lives. It was the first time in a while I felt a strong sense of togethership, probably since Suki went missing. It was the first time in at least a week that I felt like things might actually be okay as long as we stuck with each other. Eventually we paid for our meal and left the restaurant. Once we got outside, Chio poked my shoulder and she turned to face me. Let's get serious for a second. What are you planning to do next in your search for Suki? We're going to investigate that shrine that was pointed to in the coordinates we got from the shrine report video. Double back, my welcome. How you doing? Trying to look for missing sister. We watched a video with a shrine in it, and using puzzle-solving skills, we figured it was on an island, and we took a ferry, and we're here, and girls be kissing each other on the cheeks, and be doing rhythm stuff. How you doing? If she went there at the time specified, then there might be something there that would clue us into where she may have gone after that. Where are you going? Doing fine? Ooh. Looked at my watch. The time read 6:05 p.m. tonight, at the time specified in the video. 12:12 a.m. I don't know why, but I just have this gut feeling that matching the time would help provide some kind of insight. Maybe something only happens there at that time. You need a ride at the Shrine? If it's where you described, it's a bit of a drive out. You'd be willing? We hadn't actually figured out a ride there yet. Yeah, my rental car is here since I had to park it when boarding the ferry to Tanegashima as a foot passenger. Wait, a rental car? I mean, yeah, I live in Tokyo. No way I was going to drive all the way out here. I took a trip over various bus lines. She lives in Tokyo? Did she always? I swear she lived near us a while back. Regardless, that would be great. Should we meet around 10 or 11 then? Yeah, I've got some stuff to take care of, so 10:30 would probably be best. It gives us plenty of time to get out of there. Like, huh, yeah, I know. Lots of dropping some foreshadowings being sussy bakas. And Saturday does not seem to have the greatest of memories. Probably due to some repressed trauma. But we'll find out about that later. I'm sure. Can you just meet us by our hotel? What is that exactly? You never told me. I pointed down the road since the hotel was within view of where the restaurant we ate at. Chio nodded. Works for me. See you then. She walked off, leaving the three of us standing there. Eri poking my shoulder broke me out of my daze. These people had to think for poking my shoulders today. Yeah, it's like repressed trauma, my favorite. Oh. You see, Eri. What's up? Yeah, it's like I've also been playing 1000 times Resist, and that's also about a lot of repressed trauma, so just a reoccurring trend, I guess. Also told me she wanted to check out the night market with me. So we're gonna do that. Wanna join us? Now head back to the hotel and just chill. Let me know when you're on your way back, okay? Will do. Eri and Allison walked off in the opposite direction towards the night market. I decided to take a short stroll before returning to the hotel room to wait. As I walked by the ocean, I thought about Chio. It was probably just due to the fact that I hadn't seen her in literal years, but something about the things she said felt off to me. Not like she's hiding something, but more so like she and I have different recollections of things. Gee, I wonder why. Yes, very tasty. Yum, yum, yum. I think about how I know her. My memories pull up the fact that of her being an old family friend. And something about that also doesn't feel fully right. Like, it's not the main reason I knew her when I was younger. I don't have any memories of her even ever living in Tokyo, but something about that just feels right. Like I've always known it. It's not that the memories I have of her being an old family friend from Tanegashima feels false per se. Or like I have two sets of things I know and remember that both feel like the correct one, despite the fact that some stuff about them cancels out the other. Strange. I thought about this for a while, but found it was only driving me kinda crazy, so I decided to stop. Crazy. That was crazy once. I spotted a lone tortoiseshell cat loafing on the stairway down to a beach and decided to take a breather, so I went and sat with it. Guess I can't really blame Mary for being a cat person. I love these little doofuses. Me too, right, Taffy? Oh wait, where'd he even go? He's gone. Taffy has disappeared. Time passed. I walked back to my hotel room, and then more time passed. I thought about Allison and our interaction last night. I don't think I'd ever really thought of Allison in a romantic light, if that was even what she meant by kissing me on the cheek. I've been very open about my sexuality for a long time, but despite that, I never really acted on it much. So it just meant I liked a lot of anime characters and would joke about that. After a while, and then I caught myself thinking, I guess I really have changed. At least a bit. You never really caught me being even remotely this introspective like 2 weeks ago. It's called character development, girl. Your brain cells are starting to rub a little bit together. Now, if you could start rubbing your lips against another girl, that'd be, really nice. Specifically Allison's. When we lose people in our life. Yeah, someone wants to clip that. Of course I support Yuri. I like women. Be it that they die or even just go missing. I've heard things feel like a blur, that your emotions feel like none of it is real. I say on Tanegashima that ended with the Geology Museum incident. Think I'd been expecting for my emotions to feel a bit more numbed. Not that it really excuses me acting out that whole day, but I don't think I was expecting to, well, I guess just feel as much as I did. Feelings of worry I anticipated, but I felt so many other things that I didn't really know what to make of anything. I guess the best way to put it would be that things felt the opposite of the way I anticipated them to. Expected nothing to feel real, but everything feels like it's been the first real thing that's happened in a long time. That the feelings I've had are the most real things I've had in a long time. I feel like you said that twice. The situation is awful because I'm feeling that worry and anxiety to such a great degree in a strange way. It makes the hope and love I feel even stronger as a result. I wish we as people didn't have to experience tragedy so we could feel that way. I wonder if I'll ever find a way to feel deeply in tune with myself that doesn't require me to lose something I care about first. Like, can I just experience things without trauma? I think I will. It might not be a bad thing to try to accomplish before my time's up. More time passed. I decided to play some video games on my Nintendo Switch. Eventually, my waiting game was over, and Alice and Harry walked in the door. About damn time! You really know how to keep a girl waiting. Relax! We spent a lot of time looking around the market. It's not every day you get to visit a night market. We literally have one back in Tadikashima. Saturday, I'm unfortunately a cop. It's not every day I get to visit a night market. Fair enough, I guess. What time is it? I also looked at the top of her phone screen. It's about 9:35, so we got about 55 minutes before she arrives. Guys, want to play something? I can literally load Slash right now. Oh, you don't know what you're unleashing. I haul ash at Smash Bros. That's the first time I've heard you swear, Harry. It's about goddamn Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's like, we have to make up names for copyright. No, I'm gonna translate it to what you're actually saying. I like smashing very serious. I take smashing very seriously. I'm pretty sure that's the exact kind of stuff the people you're supposed to catch say. Harry laughed and I put the kickstand on my console up. What? We passed the time laughing and chatting while playing video games for the next hour. Yeah, the copywriters are gonna get me. They're already gonna get me for streaming all this music. Hey, Chia just texted me. She's out front. Oh, got it. Let's go. I went down the stairwell and out to the front of the hotel where Chia was waiting in the car she rented. Yeah, take slashing very seriously. Yeah, it's like you got your right in for your yowies, your yoies. All that good stuff. Luckily, not enough room to fit 4 people with relative ease. Harry sat down in the back first, and Allison quickly rushed in next to her, which left me in the front seat next to Chio. The ride out was relatively uneventful, with the occasional conversation. It took about a 40-minute drive to the route that Chio took, passing by the Osumi Large Park. Eventually, we arrived. Whew. I'm sure this is gonna end with a puzzle. The stairs up to the shrine were steep, but guardrails helped us not lose our footing. The walk felt like an eternity, if only due to how nervous I very clearly was. Chio noticed and helped me walk up, which helped a lot. And finally, there we were. The Okawachi Shrine. The location specified in the shrine report video. It was much smaller than I anticipated. The actual shrine itself barely seemed able to fit even 10 people. Behind it was a maintenance shack that was locked and empty. Yeah, it's like, on the one hand, you have this awesome couple. On the other hand, you have evil, intimidating puzzle. Oh, no. Seems like the enshrined deity is Airatsu Hime, the first wife of Emperor Jimmu. We spent a while investigating the area. After a while, I spotted something out of the corner of my eye. When I realized what it was, I froze. Hey, Harry? Sure looked at me inquisitively. What's up? You find something? Yeah, you could say that. Look, over there. Is it a bomb? Pointed towards the small wooden object I'd spotted in my peripheral vision. Harry turned to look. Her face also went pale. That's... It was a toy rocking horse. Small in size. Made of wood with no decor or any kind of paint. Second shrine.png. It's the horse from that image, isn't it? Hold on, let me check. What's going on? You guys find something? Kale and Allison jogged over to where we were. I explained to them the image file that Ari had found, since neither of them knew about it yet. The very same. Look, you can compare them. I did as she instructed, and sure enough, it was the rocking horse that was taken in the picture. So this is where that picture was taken, huh? I guess the timestamp has passed. It's not the 26th of July anymore, but the horse is still here in the same position. Like, yes, the evil... The evil and intimidating horse. Oh no, it's not working properly today. No, my horse is broken. Why is my horse broken? Oh no. Did that fix it? Yeah, I'll hydrate. I don't know why it's flickering instead of not doing the thing it's supposed to. Oh, I did update OBS. The plugin might... I might have to update the plugin. Shit. Well, good thing I see that now. Oh well, unfortunately we can't have haunts today because of that. Don't want to seizure people by talking. It's like, oh, I updated OBS and things didn't break? Oh. Saturday, look. Jill pulled out her phone and showed me the time. 12 a.m. Thought I'd see if my shot in the dark was correct. Never weeks since the designated time, and yet can't shake this feeling that something was meant to happen here tonight at 12 a.m. No, not the glue factory! We could fix this! Started to rain. We walked back over to the part of the shrine protected by the roof. Minutes passed. 1, then 2, then 3, and 11. Felt a part of me hoping that nothing would happen, and that there was nothing I could do and the chase would end there. It would in a lot of ways make my life easier, even for all the ways it would also make it harder. But I dismissed the notion from my mind. I've come this far. 12 a.m. The rain fell silent. The crickets stopped chirping. The world stopped moving. And in the silence I heard it. A single sound. One single click. The world resumed. The rain continued falling. The crickets continued chirping. But I heard it. I looked at the others to ask silently if they also heard it. Immediately I could tell from the looks on their faces that I was not alone. We split up to look around. Nothing but a horse. Nothing in the shrine. Nothing at the stairs. Nothing by the car. And then when I looked behind the shrine, I saw it. Immediately I saw it. The heavy padlock that had surrounded the maintenance shack's handle was no longer there. I signaled to the others. Since the sound we had dropped silence only communicated visually. None of us knew we were doing it, but we were. The reason for this, I had no idea. Allison, Ari and Gia walked over to where I was standing and I pointed to the missing padlock. Ari gave me a look as if to say, if there was ever a point of no return, this would be it. And I thought about it. The life I could lead if I turned around and went home. I didn't know what lay beyond the store, but I knew in my soul that opening the door to this maintenance shack would change everything. Was I really about to do this? Take this kind of risk? Open that forbidden gate to the truth? I closed my eyes and turned the handle on the door. Inside the maintenance shack, it turned out, was not a maintenance shack at all, but a large, winding spiral staircase that seemed to stretch downwards forever. We walked out slowly, as if taking time to digest the things we hadn't even seen yet. Finally, we arrived at the bottom and were greeted with a large door. Is it open? The others jumped, which makes sense given that nobody had said anything in a long while. Well, nothing to it but to try, I guess. Sure enough, the door swung open with a loud creak, opening up into a large passageway. We started walking down. So, what do you suppose a place like this is doing beneath a normal shrine? I haven't the foggiest idea, and yet feels like it makes sense somehow. I understood what she meant. Despite the oddity in every aspect of the situation, this place had a sense of familiarity to it, even though I was reasonably confident I'd never been here. Sunrise. What's that, Allie? I don't know why, but the Sunrise Foundation comes to mind when I think of a place like this. The Sunrise Foundation? That's just the geology company my sister works at. What would they have to do with a place like this? No, I understand what Allison means. The entire place makes me think of that company. I don't know why. We finally reached the end of the long hallway and found a large gate in front of us locked shut by 3 large metal claws. Something tells me this thing isn't going to budge quite as easily. I wouldn't be too sure. Look, there's a screen over there. I looked at Aries' pointing direction and saw an unlit device. It appeared to be some kind of terminal. Yeah, Doom Guy, you going to eep? You going to eep? Maybe but that thing's off. It's as if the very place we stood had heard my words. Light flickered on and the screen of the terminal powered on. Every person jumped. Yeah, I get ya. Yoshi. You rest well, Doom Guy. What the hell? I cautiously approached the device. All that displayed on the screen was a single button labeled open. Yeah, rest well, Doom Guy. Thanks for stopping by. This feels planned. I need to be honest. I felt this entire time. I can't be the only one who feels it. Double couch potato, welcome, how you doing? No, it's not just you. It feels like someone or something is leading us along with a trail of crumbs, right? I agree, but it's not like I could really just turn back now, right? Yeah, I'm sorry on this one. Looked at Allison. Despite everything she said to me, I could tell that everything she did still came from a place of worry. She was thinking exactly the same thing I was, that if we turned back now, our lives would eventually end up so much easier. Just vibing? Nice. But I could tell from the look in her eyes that she knew just as well as I did that wasn't an option anymore. I pressed the button on the terminal. Loud and whirring sounds filled the hallway, and slowly but surely each metal claw retracted from in front of the gate. Finally, the gates opened. Their parsing incompatible boundaries exceeded accessing memories. Memory access failed. Memory access failed. Oh. Iteration empathy paused. Accessing Dustbreaker backup information database. Filling location cavities. Oh, what happened? Alright, you rest well too, Bucky. Thanks for stopping by. I sat up dazed. Allison and Shio also seemed to have come down with the same affliction. Something is really off about this place. You 3 passed out the moment we walked in here. Passed out? How long's it been? Relax, only like 5 minutes. 12:37 right now. Thank goodness it has been that long, at least. But what is this place? We looked around us. The area was a large atrium devoid of much at all. In the center sat some kind of operating chair. This place is... Chia walked to the center of the room, stared at the abandoned chair for a short while, and then spoke. This is the Sunrise Foundation's 4th laboratory atrium! Oh god! Sunrise Foundation, but... Chia turned back to look at us, a look of immense panic on her face. We have to get out of here, right now. Get out of here? We just got here! This is what we came all this way to see! Chia ran up to me and grabbed me by the shoulders. No, Saturday, we need to get out of here right now. Trust me. I shook her hand off my shoulder and lost my temper. Why? Tell me why. Give me one good reason why we should leave the place I traveled all the way out here to see when we just got here. Maybe you're scared of whatever this place is, but I'm not, so... No, Saturday, we need to leave because... Uh-oh, everything's breaking. Only a loud rumbling sound filled the atrium. The ground shook beneath us and my vision blurred. Out of the corner of my eye, parts of the geometry that made up the atrium began to twitch in a way I've never seen before. And then a large piece of the ceiling came loose and fell to the ground, landing just a few feet behind Chio. This place is caving in, so we need to get out of here! I understood immediately. The 4 of us ran as fast as we could to the gate we came through, passing through it. As we ran, bits of the large hallway began to come loose and fall as well. And then it happened. A single chunk of metal that came loose directly above where Allison was about to pass by. I knew in an instant that it would land on her. God damn it, no! I rushed forward with all my might at a pace I never achieved before and jumped forward.
Allison!
All the sound cut. The world paused again. And in that silence, I heard it once again. That single click. Yeah, metal pipe sound event. Pew! Yeah, the story remains unfinished.
Oh boy, is it puzzle time! It's puzzle time! Yippee!
Alright, we got L plus R, so that's probably left plus right. So we gotta combine left and right again. Oh god! Alright, so this reminds me of the last... Yeah, L plus ratio. This reminds me of the first puzzle. Where, you had to count the sides, and then you did things with the sides. So this is probably the same thing. I'm not sure what the red and blue is, though. I don't know. What's this one? Among Us? Oh, great. Oh. Why are there 3 different values with the... Oh, that seems like... Wait, so... there's... Okay, let's back up. I think this is more easier to understand. I'll start writing things down. Okay, so let's start with the sides. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 sides for red. So we got 22 red, 3 blue. So I'm like, do I, is the blue subtraction? Like, I don't count that shape? That's the only thing I can think of, is because there's gotta be a reason why it's blue, right? Well, let me see what the other numbers are. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 26, 6. Because didn't they make letters last time? So I'm like, could it be that... Clock 2 with added person and car. Yeah. I swear we used shapes for something important last time. I forget what exactly. I remember we had to, like, spell out shit. So I'm, like, trying to remember. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Then it can't be a letter, because that's too many. Because there's only 26 letters in the alphabet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, right? Both corners. I think that's right. Should be. But yeah, then if you have to spell out a word, you have to subtract it because 30 can't be a letter. So you have to subtract it if you want to spell out a word. So it would be 22 minus 3, that's 19. And then 26 minus 6, that's 20. 13 minus 12 is 1. And then 18. So going through the alphabet, that spells S-T-A-R. Star! Okay, we got the first word. It's star. Now, okay. Star. We got star. Writing this down. Big caps. Star. Okay. Now, whatever the fuck this is. What? What does this mean? I see car. So okay, so I would assume there's some kind of math going on here. I don't know if it's multiplication or addition. I see the plus sign. We got person, exclamation. Wait, it's destination. So let me write this down. So we got 25, because the exclamation to the thing would be 10 plus 15, so that's 25. The car is worth 5 people, isn't it? Because that's what the thing says, is that 5 people equals car, right? 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 That's gonna be a big number, though. Unless it's not... Unless it's division. Like mileage, division. So rather than this being... Because if you had people, you would have 35. But if you divide by 5, that's 7. So I think it's 25, 7, and then 2 plus 2, which equals 4. I know how to do math! Because again, you're dividing by 5. Because I figure it's going to spell out a word, right? Right? I don't know what the clock is for yet, and I'm a little scared. Yes, 2 plus 2 must be equal 4. Yeah, right? And then we got 10. And then we've got 25 divided by 5. So 5 plus 3. Because answer thing divided by... Yeah. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we've got 2. And then with the person, that's 25 plus the car. 20. And I can't add up to a word. Because it'll be more than 26. Let me just add up anyway. At the dollar, 25 divided by 5. So that's 30, isn't? No. Yes. No. No. 25 plus... Well, 25 plus 10. 25. Divide by 5. So it is 30. But then how do you make that a word? Because I figure it's a word, right? Unless I have to count it on the clock. Like, maybe 25 o'clock, for example, or 30 o'clock? Which I know sounds weird, but that's the only thing I could think of. That's why this clock is here. All right, let's try that out. So 25 o'clock would be C. 7 o'clock is R. 4 o'clock is O. 10 o'clock is S. E. And then 30. So 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Crosser. Star crosser. Is that the answer? Star crosser? Star crosser. Got it! Woo! That's only part 1. Ah! Okay. Well, at least I got the first part. Yeah, I'm so smart. Okay. Left, right. Path equals valor / lock status. Alright, so I gotta put in the URL. So let's switch over the full screen so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully it should... I might have to show in a second. Let me just type in the URL first and then I'll show you what I'm doing. Yeah, I remember shrine report XYZ and then it's /valor/ what is that? It says lock status. Can I just say I've seen like 10 people play through this game and this is easily the fastest you've seen someone get through these puzzles? I'm smart. Let's go back to the overlay because I don't think lock status is gonna work. Because that's 2 words. And they're not combined. But wait, it says return.text. Return.text. Hold on. Return. Okay, I got something. All right, now I'll show you. I'll show you. This. All right, so let's see what the hell this is. One of these things has to be the password. I don't see, though, how they would... They say left, right. What if I just scroll all the way to the bottom? Because there's a lot going on here. Oh! Here we go. Error in cycle 8266. Awaiting lockpick passcode. Please enter to the start. Okay, we got the password, guys. It's to the start. To the start. Woo! I got it! I'll make an attempt at completing an opening, but if it kicks my ass, we'll dial it down the prelude. Oh, guys, another level 9 song. Oh, this is gonna be pain, Pecco. Let me in! Let me in! Gotta lock in. I survived! Holy shit! First try, let's fucking go! Woo! Oh, Domo Squidjama, welcome. Yeah, first try clear. And the thing is, if you fuck up that song, you die. So it's like, I actually survived. First try. Wow. Loud. Loud, 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 loud. Nothing but loud noises. Nothing but noise. Was it the falling rumble? Or the static that followed me every second I spent trying to find myself? Whatever the noise is, I wanted to go away. Go away. If you mess up, you canonically get crushed by the concrete. Yeah, like, I figure like, it's like in the last chapter, you canonically get burned to death. So, sounds about right. Wait. Get me out of here. Need to live. We need to live. I need. Live. Ah! I look back on the consciousness. 3 pairs of eyes look down at me. I'm alive. Barely. Luckily, I managed to get Allison out of the way in time, but it was only then that I felt the immeasurable pain in my lower leg. I looked down to see a large gash in my lower right leg. Ah! I screamed for a while. Eventually the pain dulled a bit, and Ari explained what had happened since I passed out. I'd managed to save Allison and avoided getting fully crushed myself, but a piece of debris had lodged itself into my right leg and I'd passed out from shock. Chio had removed the debris shortly before I'd woken up. I looked towards the door that led to the long hallway. The entrance was entirely caved in with rubble and debris. There was no possible way back to the atrium. Before I was able to get any words out, I started sobbing uncontrollably. Allison rushed over to my side in an instant and hugged me tightly. Uri and Chio sat down at the stairs, and that was how the 4 of us stayed for a while. Minutes passed, and then an hour. Finally, my leg felt well enough to move, even if lightly. Allison propped me up, and the four of us slowly walked up the spiral staircase without a word. Feels like everything's changed, but nothing's changed. Well, what's changed is the time. As we walked back to Gio's car silently, I thought again of the hypothetical timeline in which I didn't open the door to the laboratory basement, which is apparently canon. I wondered if I regretted the choice I made. I did now, but I wondered if I would in time. Back in Gio's car, Ellison sat me down in the back seat and slid in next to me. When we ran, I applied basic first aid, but it wouldn't be enough to hold. Fortunately, the only hospital I know of around here doesn't keep the emergency room open from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. for some ungodly reason. So until we can get you to the hospital, we'll just have to rest in my hotel room. I'm not a doctor, but I can assure you that the wound shouldn't cause any significant damage before we can get you to the hospital. Yeah, you won't bleed to death, don't worry about it. I nodded weakly, it was all I could do. Q started the car and drove away. As we left the small parking lot, I looked back at the shrine stairway. It was when I saw it, on the road by the place we parked with no indication of having been moved there by anyone. A small, wooden rocking horse. Oh. Oh, wait! There's more. By the time we arrived back in the hotel room, and it was already long past 2 in the morning, Allison helped me up and carried me in the bed. Yeah, I was like, whoa, more story. You called the hospital and confirmed that the emergency room would open again in about 2 hours, so we had to wait and just keep an eye on my wound until then. It stopped hurting badly during the ride back, but the sight of it made me nauseous, so I avoided trying to look at it. And so we sat there in silence for a while, nobody sure what to say. Finally, Ari broke the silence. And while we're here, and before we inevitably get split up while Saturday goes to the hospital, I want to ask something. Everyone looked at her as if to give permission to continue without having to open our mouths. Ari continues. That atrium. Gio, you seem to recognize it as something related to the Sunrise Foundation, but that's impossible. Here to explain. Gio sat up a bit, having slouched over during the waiting. I can, but it's a bit complicated. I was thinking about it on the way back, and if now isn't a good time, then... Please tell, I want to know. Gio looked at me worriedly and then nodded. Okay, then. I guess the thing is that my memories feel like they're at a conflict with each other. That shrine should be a normal shrine, but somehow there was a Sunrise Foundation laboratory underneath it. I don't know that it's a Sunrise Foundation thing, but I just do, and I know that it's correct. When we were leaving the basement, all of us were in such a hurry, and Saturday was so out of it that I don't think anyone noticed. It took a moment to look back at the shrine while we were walking away from it, and what I saw only confused me more. What was it? Gio stopped, as if contemplating whether to open Pandora's box even further. I nodded to her as if to beg. Well, when I looked back at the shrine, it was no longer a shrine. What? It was an abandoned building, and the logo above the door was withered away, but I knew what it said without needing to see it at all. It was a building belonging to the Sunrise Foundation. What? I chalked up to a lessened sense of thought due to the events that had just transpired, and tried not to think about it as we got in the car and left. On the way down, I saw something else strange. A stairway leading to a shrine. The Okawashi Shrine. What do you mean a stairway leading to the Okawashi Shrine? Alrighty, please don't stress yourself too much. We're trying to keep your wound from acting up. I looked over at Allison apologetically. Sorry, you're right. It's just, I don't understand how that makes sense. The state of the environment that we arrived at and the one we left felt ever so slightly different. The best way to put it might be like so. She took out a piece of paper and drew a loose illustration. Look, when we arrived, the parking lot was at the same altitude as the start of the stairs leading up to the shrine. Chio took the piece of paper back and flipped it over, drawing a similar scene. When we left, it was like this. The stairs we walked down led to an abandoned Sunrise Foundation building, and there was a second set of stairs further down that led to the Okawashi Shrine. Wait, so the layout of the area changed while we were inside the basement? I mean, it appears that way, but isn't that impossible? Like, I shouldn't be able to explain why that just isn't physically possible. No, I know, but the fact is it did change, right? Or did all of us collectively elucidate the way it appeared when we got there? I think the more likely conclusion would be that Chio saw wrong when we were leaving. After all, tensions were really high and it was extremely dark. See, you'd think so. I'd be inclined to agree. But then we come back to the thing I mentioned earlier about my memories conflicting with each other. As both of these layouts feel right, if that makes sense? What do you mean? Like, neither of them felt like I was seeing things. Like, both of those versions of the way the area looked were correct. The Okabachi Shrine being right by the parking lot and the Sunrise Building being in the same place both feel like the true way the area is laid out. Yeah, what is the Sunrise Foundation? What is your link to it? I don't know. I think I was an employee there? You think? Look, I was never an employee at the Sunrise Foundation. I remember my life was played out up until now. But also, I swear I have memories of working there. Of helping make something important and working on that lab underneath the shrine. They're one of those things where both of the options feel like the right one. Not like I can't choose, but they're both right at the same time. And there's that video. The shrine report. You know about that as well? And I started watching it when I met up with her on the ferry. Caught me off guard. How'd you come to find out about the video anyway? Anonymous text message randomly appeared on my phone. No sender and the strangest of all, no time. Well, there was a time, but it was New Year's 1970. Unix time, huh? The beginning. Unix time 0. Yeah, the message itself was interesting too. Jumbled mess of hexadecimal. Hexadecimal? Yeah, I'll spare you the process. Roughly translated to this. Seek the connections, seek the links, shatter the protocol and refer onwards. Shrine report.xyz. I would have been inclined to believe it was a spam message if not for the Unix video thing, so I found the video. I was already on my way back to the mainland after my Tadegashima vacation, so I didn't have time to solve the video before Saturday noticed me on the ferry. She told me the solution over dinner anyway. Right. I don't know why I can't shake this feeling that it's related to the Sunrise Foundation. I mean, it feels like a lot more might be related to the Sunrise Foundation than any of us would have ever thought. It also feels like none of us truly know what it is. I looked down at my wound for the first time in a while, as a reminder of myself of what I'd done chasing this mystery. As if to be one final decision of if I really wanted to choose this path. I want to figure all of this out. I want to investigate this. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I turned back now. Saturday. I agree. I want to look into the Sunrise Foundation and get to the bottom of this conflict in my memories, and that is enough. This will go no further. Everyone jumped at the sudden sound of unfamiliar voice. Everyone whipped their gaze to the source of the noise. The balcony. The door was ajar. Standing in it was a figure, tall and slim. Slim Shady? Uh-oh. Yeah, I was like, hello? They wore a mask and bodysuit to cover their appearance, but something about them had a crushing familiarity, and in their hand lay a small pistol. Oh boy! If you continue to endanger this world, my world, I have no choice but to end this by force. Chio jumped up as if to shield us. Ari Allison and I remained frozen in shock. Who are you? What are you doing? Old figure took one step into the hotel room. Chio backed up a bit in fear. You, the arbiter of the rule, I will not allow this cycle to continue any longer. Chio watched in fear as the tall figure raised their pistol and pointed it directly at Chio's chest. No, please! Figure tilted their head to look at me briefly. In that moment, I felt an indescribable sense of sorrow and grief. My vision went blurry. I'm sorry. I shut my eyes in desperation as if to pull myself out of the nightmare I found myself in, and then I heard the click, and then the bang. I dropped my guard and let her out of my sight. A mistake only a child would make, and yet here I was. Desperately, I clambered out of my bed and up to my computer. God damn it, where are you? Where? Then I saw it. That hotel room. The situation unfolded within. The action of the World Keeper was about to take. I was like, who? Who are we now? Are we Sunday? Shit, is there any way I could interface with the inner layer in enough time? I desperately searched my files as fast as I could and eventually found my way back to what I was looking for. The control panel I forced my way into. Please, please, go through in time. Come on! A single flash, and the moment captured and frozen. I'd made it just in time. Oh my god, thank goodness. There was no time to waste. The freezing would only last for so long, which meant it was time to get to work. What? Story remains unfinished, but I just did a puzzle. I have to do another one? Oh. Where am I? Oh. I did practice Pyromania, so I did actually get an A rank on it, funny enough. Oh god, there's digits! Oh, this looks like a lot. Oh. Okay, so this is at least diamond, this is square, this is circle, and this is triangle. So, eventually, how would I type it down below? Do I have to first put in the top and then the bottom? I don't know how that works. I'll have to figure it out later. Well, the dots are obviously numbers, right? This is a lot. I mean, um, I imagine that the dots are numbers, like you add them up, but like you get 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's like, do I need to pull out a fucking calculator? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So it's, if I count the dots correctly, it's 15 times 12 divided by 27. Did I count them correctly? I think I did. You get the abacus, because I got decimal, so clearly 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Yeah, so why am I getting decimals? Like, what did I count wrong? That's 15, right? Unless my calculator's doing it wrong. Hmm. Unless, wait a minute. No, it might be the rows. Hold on. I might be examining the dots wrong. It might be 5 to 7 times 4, 3, 5 divided by 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 3, 6. Did I count that correctly? 3, 6, 9. I'm still getting a decimal. I mean, if I round it up, I get 5. Am I counting them wrong? 4, 5, 9, 3. Oh, 5. I did miscount something. 8. 5 to 8. Okay, now I get 5. I did miscount something. Okay. So now we need 1 divided by 4. 9. Keep in mind it's like 1:30 where I am in the morning. 7, 6. I have to find the square root? What? Square root within a square root. What math is this? I don't even see square root on my calculator. Give me the square root of my answer. I need square root within square root of 1 divided by 4. What was it? 9, 7. What? I'm getting a decimal. But what's the red line? Oh, wait! No, 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 no! No, 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 no! This was in chapter 1! This was in chapter 1! The line is a 0! I'm misreading it. It's 1, 0, 4... 9, 7... 6... 18! So we got 5, 18... Yeah, I remembered from chapter 1! They even give you a hint with the 0 down here. I think these I could just count. I think there's 18. So then the square root, oh my god. The square root of 64, that's 8. So 8 times 2 minus 1 is 15. So 5, 18, 18, 15, and then this big thing. Okay, so 1, 15, plus 25. That's 40. Plus the square root of 3, 6 of 81. So 49. Five by 0.5? So plus 9. 5 by 5. Plus. No, you find the square root of that. The square root of that is... Yeah, you have to find the square root of 49. That's 7. So 7 divided by 0.5 is 14. So 14. And we got 2. And then we need to do the fucking square roots again. For 2, 5, 6, 4. 18. So we got 5, 18, 18, 15, 18. What does that mean? I need to convert that into the alphabet, don't I? So E, R, R, O. Error. Okay. Okay, the answer to triangle is error. Or not triangle. The green diamond is error. It's like assuming that I'm converting the numbers. The numbers, what do they mean? Now we get error. So now we get the square. Hmm. Wait. So... Is this Morse code? Can I Google up a Morse code thing? Because I don't know Morse code. It's like, am I allowed to Google Morse code? Or Morse code translator. Okay, so it would be dash period dash period dash period dash period dash period dash 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 detection. Okay, the error detection. Error detection. Error detection. How do I go down below? To type in the rest. Error detection. Do I just type it all? Error detection. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, because it's like, how do I type down below? Because the top is error detection. Now, as for the circle, well, that's 5. Oh, it's the addition and subtraction again. Okay, so if I recall, red means add, blue means subtract. So 5. 5 is E. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 again. So that's R. One, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26. Wait. That's... Unless it loops. Because 18 minus 26 would be... That would be... Yeah, is it not 19? No, it would be... I think it loops. So if you took... Why am I doing math this so fucking late at night? Yeah, so if you loop it backwards, like let's say when it goes down to 0, it's 26 again instead. It would be... Wouldn't it be 18 again? It's error again, isn't it? It's like, for the sake of time, I think this one's error again. Because ERR, it's like there's not a lot of other words that spell that, so I think that's just error again. Alright, now what the hell's this shit? Okay, I think for this one I have to match the colors. Yeah, math is fun. I could have gone all the way through, but I immediately figured out the solution. Okay, so how many squares are there? 2, 4, 7, 9, 12, 14, 16. So 16 is P. And then, let me see, 6, 12, 18 R. 3, 6, 7, 14. That, or no, wait, am I counting it wrong? Wrong color. Different shades of blue. No, 5, 10, 15. That's O. And then 3, 6, 7, 14, 20. 20 is T. RST. And then we need 5. A, B, C, D, E. So that, and then C, P, R, O, T, E, C. This one also going to be T. This is going to be protect. Just, my Scrabble brain is like putting the pieces together, but I'll double check. Yeah, because same color, so that's also T. And then 4, 8, 9, that's I. I is the same as 3, so that's O. And then this is 14N. Error detection, error protection. Error detection, error protection. How do I put it in? Do I put it all one word? Error detection. Error. That was the thing. I tried putting a space in. Because I was like, I tried before and it didn't work. Error detection, error detection, what the fuck is this shit? Oh my god. What? I didn't see anything to put in! Hello? Hello? I guess I'm doing a song. Screaming into my water bottle. Alright, I guess I'm doing this. Holy shit. Oh god. Don't mess with me, no! No, the screen's flickering! How dare you! I messed that up because the game is messing with me. Stop! That killed me! You all saw that, right? Oh my god. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any more time to mess with this mindfuck, so I'm gonna leave it there. But I will be resuming this earlier than you think. It won't be Saturday. It'll probably be on the weekday, probably Wednesday or Thursday, because I got like a sponsor thing, but it's short, so I figured let's do that Saturday and I could do this on the weekday. Especially with how long it's getting anyway. So yeah, we're gonna bookmark it there. I'm pretty sure I could just go straight back in. Even if I have to put in the password again, I should be fine. Ooh-wee, the turns have tabled. Well, thank you all so much for coming. Yeah, it's one of those things where they're like, hey, you want a key for our game? And I'd be like, yeah. It's like, do you get paid? No. I'm not big enough to get paid. It's like, y'all gotta come to my streams more often if you want me to get paid. I kid, of course, but I appreciate y'all coming. Who should I raid? Y'all wanna go raid some cats? Let's go look at some cats. Are they awake? They're awake. Okay, cool. Yeah, we take free games around here. Yeah. Yeah, thank you all so much for coming. Whether you were here for part of it or all of it, I appreciate it. It's like, I am enjoying this so far and enjoying the mystery and everything, so I am interested in seeing how things unfold and if Saturday will finally put two brain cells together. We'll see if she does. Let me see, did I spell that correctly? It's in Japanese. There we go. Alright, good night everyone. Rest well. Eat your vegetables. And, learn how to communicate with people, I guess. And enjoy some cats. Good night!